Good morning, Dave Snyder here. It is the third day of January 2015. Okay, so the other day, day before yesterday, I saved this weather pattern on Wonder Maps. The date's not quite in there, but anyways, it was the day before yesterday. I saved this picture of the weather, and I aligned it to the weather that's on Google Earth. Let's see, I had this turned off and I had the weather on like this. And this is 2 days later, so the weather's a little different, right? But you can still see the big circular pattern here. Anyways, I aligned that picture to the weather, and you can see that I was not too far off when I did that. It's just, you can see that the coast is off a little bit. Like I said, I aligned it to the weather, but you can see that it's not that far off, right? Anyways, not even paying attention to where that was, the coastline and everything was. I just aligned it to the weather, just because I'm not trying to be a perfectionist here all the time. So, or any of the time really. But anyways, after I aligned this to the weather here, I decided I actually aligned it here to bring up an old picture. And I brought up a couple of these old pictures that are like 2 years old, that are overlays that have been here for like 2 years and not moved. And they're just like way up here. And ways. First, I put this one up right here. This one I've shown many, many times. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay, many times I've shown this one, application placement, and it aligns with this and this very well the way I have it aligned right here. Picture. I mean, you can see this up here. Anyways, this one's not as easy to see actually as the next one I'm going to show you. This one, right? I shouldn't have even shown you this one actually. I should have just went straight to this one, just because I'm trying to make a quick video today. Okay, so I aligned it to the weather, and I brought up that one first, and I've been looking at it for a couple of days, but then I just brought this one up a few minutes ago. This is Alaska Pacific, and let's just check the date when I put this up here. No, it should say it. Description. I don't know if it should have a date. Oh, the file. I don't know. I thought it had a date up here, but I guess not. Anyways, I brought the picture up, and I didn't adjust this picture to this picture or anything, but just check out how it ended up. Yeah, let me bring the other picture to the top. No, I can't do that. It's all the way down there. Now, check it out. Right there. That just happened to fall into place, right? Right there. It just happened to be there. It's really close. And you see how it kind of, you can see this here really well up here. See that shape? Right there, watch. And then check this out right here, this area. See that? Wow, incredible. Wonder how all the gold and silver got there in Nevada. Wonder how everything got where it is. See, I try to tell people that this is the reason why we don't know about this is because the gold and the resources, and I guarantee you that's why you don't know about it. I guarantee that's why people don't know about it. That's how it all started. They try to hide it. Believe me, they try to hide it. But this pattern fits here, and it just fell into place that way. Like I said, this was done 2 years ago. I just aligned that weather just the way. See, I aligned this originally to some weather that was here 2 years ago at least. Some weather that was here on Google Earth, not even from Wonder Maps. It was on Google Earth when Google Earth weather used to be good, and that's when I aligned this. So now I can just I can save weather from, since Google Earth's weather is garbage now, I can save weather from Wonder Maps or any other good satellite image, overlay it over the Google Earth, and just get it right where it's, in the area where it's supposed to be, and it'll always fit this crater. The weather will always fit in that crater, just like that. Somehow, I mean, close to, it'll show you little things like that right there. Just happen to be there, and you know it's the same thing. I mean, some of us do. When you see this, the angle that it comes out like this, you see the same angle in the weather coming out like this. And I'm not saying this is the only crater on the moon that has shaped this area. By far, it's not. We got the lunar side, all kinds of shit. It's just really difficult to figure it all out, but I'm getting there, little by little. And check this out. This whole area right here. See where the line cuts? It's there, totally there. Okay, so here's another one real quick. Turn this off. Bring it like Copernicus. Well, actually, I should just turn this off first and then start where I. Okay, so this picture right here. Okay, this is a weather pattern I saved from the night before last or whatever. I saved it yesterday. I saved this picture yesterday, and I made a video early yesterday about this pattern. You can see there's Siberia up there, right? This is the Pacific down here. Okay, and I saved this image, and I pointed out. I said, now take a look. This has got a curve. This is curved here, and you got this spot right here. Well, this spot. And I didn't know that it was going to fall. I was pretty sure it was going to fit because I've done this a bunch of times, but it's not always guaranteed that it's going to go your way when you do this. But it's pretty much is once you get the hang of it. So, anyways, I brought up my Copernicus picture. Let's just pretend that picture was never seen, the one I just showed you, right? Okay, but you haven't seen it yet. Go to Copernicus. Up here a little ways, quite a ways. And that one's about 2 years old as well. This picture is at least 2 years old, I'd say. This Copernicus picture. Just going on 2 years. Okay. And you can see the South Africa is right here. I'm telling you, people, it's way bigger than you think. So much more to their story. Okay, so here's Copernicus. Now, I just brought this up, and I said, now check it out. You see the curved area right here, and then you see that spot right there, Copernicus. This is Imbrium, that's Copernicus. This is a reversed image of the moon, flipped over. That means it's like, if it was to hit the Earth, it would be this way. This is how you would have to do it. So then I brought up that pattern, and I overlaid it over this reversed image of the moon. And I put the curved area up in the curved up there, and this just fell right into place. See that? Because that is Copernicus's print in the weather. Because there's a mark on the Earth, obviously, or it's doing it from live from the moon today at this moment, making that print in our weather. But I think it's being projected from the Earth up, the Earth's surface upwards. See how this cuts off right here, this spot, and you can see where it does the same thing pretty much. Now they changed the weather. It's really shitty now. They totally changed the weather patterns. They made them less detailed than they used to. They used to be a lot more detailed with more color changes in here. And they took out a few of the colors, so it's kind of shitty. But now I can take the Copernicus picture away, and we can see this over the Earth and see how it fits. And I said I wasn't going to make this video long, but oh well. Turn that off. Okay, so now here's this over the Earth. And like I pointed out many times, the 7 shape, that corner that's on the ocean floor right there. See this? Right here? Now, I'm not saying it's perfectly aligned with that right there, but you can see that everything is the right size. This distance from this corner to this corner is the same as it is on the ocean floor. It's like from here to here. And you can go further over, but you can see the shape. And then this area from here to here is just the right length to fit from here to here to New Zealand. So if I was to turn it a little bit, it might fit a little bit better, but you got to remember we're dealing with weather, and Earth and the Moon, and it's not always going to fit absolutely perfect when you do it this way. But you can, and you got to do. You always want to adjust your newer things. I get. Well, it's hard to say that. I can't really say that. Sometimes you have to give in and change one of your old overlays. You know, just a little tiny bit. But I hardly ever do that on some of them. I've never done it. So there's where I say Copernicus hits right there in the ocean floor. This is a Copernicus impact area right here, and it also creates the Maunder crater, I do believe, and there's a couple that hit the same place from the moon. But anyways, there's that. Now watch this. So this is in place, and you watch me. I told you I just aligned this to the Imbrium picture. That's all I did was align it. I call it Copernicus, but it's really Imbrium, and I aligned it to that. So now I'm going to bring up Mare Oriental, which was already in place. Did not adjust the two together. They just fell into place this way. And check it out. Look at this area right in here. And like I said, Maunder, pointed that out over a month ago. Maunder is the same thing as Copernicus. They hit the same place on the Earth. Those two areas of the moon have hit the same place on the Earth. Maunder and Copernicus, created by the same thing on the Earth. You can see where it all the inside shape is just, you can see that in the weather. It's right there. It is right there. That print in that weather pattern is not random. That's what I'm saying. That's not just a random circle that just pops up and creates a storm or whatever it does anywhere. It's not random. None of this is random. These patterns in our weather are not at all random. They are uniform. They repeat their patterns. Not exactly the same. They can never be exactly, but they're very close to being this. I mean, they are the same. They are the same. You could take this weather pattern like we're looking at it now, and it's up here in the North Pacific, and bring it down to the South Pacific and put it down here where apparently it was together with that. I'm not saying it was down here because this area could have been somewhere else. Who knows? It's really confusing in that way, but they were together at one time or another. They were shaped by the same thing or something. You can see this. All these little features that they try to hide. But they're there. And you can just, you know, like I said this before, I spend most of my time, it seems like I'm trying to prove myself right when I make videos, but really I'm trying to prove myself wrong. Every time I do this, I am trying to prove myself wrong and haven't been able to do it yet, and nobody else has been able to prove it that I'm wrong either, to satisfy me anyways. You know, they tell me to go look at, you know, NASA, and they go by their numbers, the distance, the size. I don't go by any of their shit. I don't believe any of it because I see the way they hide everything. And I'm telling you, I've made them, just myself personally, I guarantee you, I've made them hide things even a couple times that they've changed and downgraded things was because of me and the people that are doing the same thing as me. Because we caught on, and then it was too clear, and they had to change it. That's why this weather sucks now. It used to be better. It's more colorful. Different colors means more highlights. Now it's just kind of, you know, feathered in or something. I don't know what they do. You know, they do that every time though. So I'm used to it. I've seen it happen several times. Anyways, long enough. I've got to get to work. Have a great day. Hope you could see what I was trying to point out. Everything's reversed. It's all mirrored image, and it's the only way it will fit is if you flip it over. So check it out.